Hey folks, Tim Reading here, founder of My Cloud Crew. This video is all about timesheets in Teamwork. So whether you have one person or a whole crew, this is showing you how to analyze their time, how to see how many hours have been done month to date, quarter to date, week to date, etc., and how that time is being used. So I'm inside a real life project at the moment. I've hidden the name of the project, but this is a real live October 2018 project. We can see there's 179 hours used month to date, and you can see a breakdown of billable versus non-billable. So non-billable would be, for example, if it's training that would reasonably expected that our staff would cover rather than in-house training for your company, for example. And you can see the difference between the two: 179 minus 4 equals 174 billable. And you can see the person down the left side, the description of the task list that it's related to, the time it started, the time it ended. Now, these two numbers don't necessarily add up to that total, depending upon if the task was paused. So a task could start at 4 p.m. and then finish at 5 p.m. and then start again the next day at 9 a.m. and then finish at 1 p.m. So these aren't always necessarily that minus that equals that, won't always play out. And you can see the total hours of 0.2, 1.45, etc. down there. So this was that day. So this, what I'm viewing here is actually the month of September. I'm going to look now at the current month. So I'm going to click this month. So I'm filtering by time. It's done that, so I'm going to get rid of that now so I can see everything. Okay, so we can see 99 hours so far this month, and we're about halfway through the month. So we can see today, Thursday, October 18, 56 minutes. The day before, 1 hour and 47. Again, you can see line by line, blow by blow. A lot more than you would see with traditional staffing. So every single minute is accounted for. And the day before. Now these are good to look at for several reasons. One, you see where time's being spent. You see who's spending time. Now this is a whole team of people. And you'll also see the variation day to day. That's important to know. It's something you'll need to note as a manager. Depending on how involved you are with your team and how much you're driving what this number looks like, if there's huge variation in time day to day, you just may want to have a think about how that may be impacting the efficiency of a team. So that's almost a full 8 hours there and 2 hours there. So there's a fair bit of variation here, which is fine. It varies from client to client. That was a busy day, that one. All right, so now that's a bit of an overview. Now we can filter by person. So I'm going to look at choosing one of the VAs or one of the crew members on this account. Now there's a few here. I'm going to pick this person. I'm going to get rid of that. And we can see month to date, this person has spent that much time. So this is the designer. And we can then filter and look at what this person did last month. Okay, so not a lot of involvement from the designer in this account. And I can clear that. And X that to clear everything. Okay, so this is important to look at for several reasons. One, because if you are a client of My Cloud Crew, generally you will have access to a fractional amount of a person's time or a team's time. It might be 40 hours a month, 80 hours a month, 100 hours a month, 180 hours a month. If it's a team, it might be 100 or 200 or 300 hours. So just keeping a track of where time is up to is important. Again, if you are a client of My Cloud Crew, if you're watching this as a client, then we have an internal process that basically says once we hit about 90%, you'll be informed. So whoever's managing your account, whoever your VA or crew member is, they will tell you when you hit 90%, and they'll ask you if you'd like to do overtime or if they should do overtime. So for example, if someone's working for you 40 hours a month, when they hit 36 hours, they will go in here and message you and say, hey, let's say you're Tim, hey Tim, I've hit 36 hours, should I go overtime or should I stop? and you just reply and let them know. If you don't reply, they might send you a text message or give you a call and just get approval to keep going. Some of our clients analyze this to the nth degree. Some just simply say, look, send me a GIF at the end of each day, which some of our staff do by going into a message and just screen recording it, sending it to them or texting it to them. We'll leave that up to you as how you want to manage your involvement in timesheets. And I hope that was helpful.